Welcome to Prestige Media's Talk with Celeb. Today we have the man who needs no introduction. You have seen him on TV, theatres, movies, and on OTT platforms. Mr. Dalip Tahil, sir, welcome to Prestige Media.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I don't know if I deserve such a lot of praise, but it's wonderful to be with you for Prestige Media, and as you say, it's a mass communication school or institute, and it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you very much to your audiences.
It's a pleasure to have you.
आप सबको प्रणाम दलीप ताहिल की तरफ से.
So, sir, it's been 45 years, long time.
Longer. Anyway,
So,
let's keep it at 45.
So, going back at that time, when you come from a forced family, you have a background. So, when you told your parents you want to be an actor, what was the reaction?
I didn't tell them. No, actually, my process was very gradual. And my parents, even though my father was in the Air Force and my mother was actually, she was convent educated in Sindh ages ago. They were very liberal. My parents, and because my process was gradual. It was not one day I got up and said, I'm an actor. वो मेरे साथ कभी नहीं हुआ. I was just telling him कि मैं नैनीताल में स्कूल में गया था और वहाँ पर स्कूल पे शुरुआत मेरी हुई विद स्कूल कॉन्सर्ट, स्कूल पे ये करना, जो भी होता था हमारे स्कूल में छोटे छोटे नाटक होते थे, क्वायर में, ये सब करते करते फिर मुझे स्कूल के प्लेज में काम मिला. तो हमने कभी सोचा नहीं था कि ये जो, बट आई वाज एंजॉयिंग इट, मुझे अच्छा लगता था. जैसे मैंने कहा, आई वाज नेवर इन द ऑडियंस, आई वाज ऑलवेज ऑन स्टेज, कुछ ना कुछ करते रहता था मैं स्कूल की तरफ से. तो लेकिन never thought कि this is going to be a profession that we can make a living out of it. That changed when Mr. Shyam Benegal for Ankur told me he came to see me in a play in Bombay, and he saw a play that I was in Bombay. He didn't come to see me specially. And he told me that if you have a haircut, because play we all had long hairs, if you have a haircut, I have a role for you in my film in Hyderabad. So you come to Hyderabad. So I had a haircut. And I went home and I told my parents that मुझे Shyam Benegal ji ने, at that time Shyam Benegal was not the Shyam Benegal, he was in advertising, but very well known in advertising. Wonderful, it was his first film. So I told my parents that I have got a film offer. So they didn't make much of it. They said, yeah, okay, sure, for a film offer. Then one day they arrived at my house, my doorstep, a gentleman, one of the production people, with an envelope which had 200 rupees in it and a ticket to go to Hyderabad. And this I found actually was very interesting for me as an actor, because for the first time I realized I was amazed, and I was so taken aback. Because I said, wow, this is fantastic. Not only has the production company given me a ticket, but they've also given me a traveling allowance. It's the first indication to me, and I thank Shyam Babu for that. And his whole team. I thank them, because that gave me the first indication that it is possible, perhaps, to make a living out of this. That people are actually paying me to act, to come there to their film. So that sparked in me the whole idea that films is a place where you can make you can earn money while doing this.
So, जब पहली बार villain का role था, so when you got
Everybody asked me this.
you got to know, what was your reaction? Apart from anything, what you felt?
My reaction, firstly, I wasn't called for a villain role, but they gave me the villain role, and the reason why I was being given that role in Aaj Ki Awaaz was that B.R. Chopra sir told me that we want a powerful actor to be in this film, to play that role. They ये नहीं कहा कि villain है, ये है वो. He said this is, of course, it was totally a guy who was a nuisance. He's, as the cliche goes, he was a negative character who did all the worst possible things. वो picture hit हो गई. आज की आवाज़ super hit picture थी. तो वहाँ से मुझे वो काम मिले. But I have no problem with that at all, because when I look at the script, or the script is narrated to me, especially in those days, after the hero's role, it was the best part. In fact, sometimes, very often, it had more meat in it than the hero's role. So I was actually really happy that I was being offered these kind of roles. Yeah, they were negative. That is rough, tough. Ye karna, wo karna. But that changed on its own. I got Bunyad after that, which was totally different role. वहाँ से मुझे क़यामत से क़यामत तक, which was another different role. तो वो पूरा मतलब ये image की जो बात था, and I also got Baazigar, which is probably what you have in mind because it's become such a iconic film, and I'm very proud of that, and I feel honored that I'm part of Baazigar. That it is created a huge impression on the audience's mind, a very lasting impression. But actually, I'm fortunate enough to have done a whole host and a complete body of different roles. So it's a mixed bag, which I'm happy about.
So, sir, as I said earlier, you did TV, you did movies, now you're doing OTT. So, what this is giving to actors? Like, जैसे हमारा cinema बढ़ता जा रहा है, more screens are coming. And what is next?
You forgot theatre.
Theatre. You did theatre.
To films, to TV, to OTT. I think, once again I say it, I consider myself so fortunate and privileged कि मैं इस ज़माने में मैंने चारों को देखा है. And that's got nothing to me. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. It's just that I'm in the right, I suppose in the right, 50 years of civilization when it's a bit stretched, but I'm in the 50 years of this period on earth when technology has given us these things. I have done nothing about it. It's been technology. There was theatre, then came movies, so that technology was there. Then came television, which was in itself a different platform of technology. Now it's OTT, which is basically it's the distribution formats that have changed the face of how we watch our entertainment. पहले थिएटर हुआ करता था और भारत में भी आप देखिए थिएटर से ही रामलीला होती थी. लोग शाम को जब उनको एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए था तो सब बैठते थे इकट्ठे और थिएटर देखते थे. करेक्ट. वहां से कैमरा इन्वेंट किया किसी ने और मैं उनको आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू देम. तो फिल्में बननी शुरू हो गई. एंटरटेनमेंट थ्रू सिनेमा थिएटर्स. वहां से टीवी आ गया. So it's technology that has dictated to us as human beings as to how we watch our entertainment. और अभी तो मैंने कभी इल्म नहीं था, मैंने कभी सोचा भी नहीं था अपनी लाइफ में कि एक ऐसा दिन भी आएगा जब हम अपने पहले तो मोबाइल फोन का नहीं. मैं उस जमाने में सोचूं जब मोबाइल फोन था ही नहीं. आई नो यूर अ डिफरेंट जनरेशन. एक फोन होता था काला फोन, या उसको डायल करना पड़ता. डायरेक्टरी होती थी, वो गूगल कुछ नहीं था. डायरेक्टरी हुआ करती थी, उससे हम नंबर निकालते उससे फोन. Then came the mobile phone. मोबाइल फोन है बहुत बड़ी बात होगी. ये क्या बात है? तो मोबाइल फोन. फिर आज तो हम एंटरटेनमेंट देखते हैं मोबाइल. It's technology.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Osheen signing off with camera person Kritik Porwal.